Let's talk about Facet's investment philosophy and how it can help you make the most out of your money. Hi, I'm Tom Graff. I'm Chief Investment Officer here at Facet. I've been in the investment business for 25 years. Before joining Facet, I was one of the chief investment officers for a $150 billion money management firm. I've spent most of my career working with big institutions, so university endowments, pension funds, and that sort of thing. It's my mission here at Facet to bring that same quality of advice that I gave billion-dollar institutions to our Facet members. So our philosophy really does start with you, your goals, your desires, your ambitions. And then we'll talk about how we optimize portfolios for current economic conditions. So unfortunately, a lot of people think of investing as, I'm going to put some money in an account, I'm going to throw it into the market and just hope it goes up. We think there's a lot more to it than that. It's really got to start with what you want to achieve with your money. Once we determine that, that's how we can answer really crucial questions for me and my team about how much risk you can take, what your time horizon is, and what sorts of investments are ideal for your goals. For this reason, we don't think you can separate investing from planning, and that's why both are included in your Facet membership. We also don't charge more as your account grows, in contrast with firms that charge a percent of your assets under management. So once we've decided the right risk and time horizon for you, then we're focused on controlling what we can control. And we can't control market volatility, but we can control things like keeping your fees low, managing your portfolio in a tax-efficient way, widely diversifying your investments, and staying consistently invested in markets. Those things have had proven benefits over time. Now, they sound easy, but most people either don't do them or don't do them well. And if you don't do those things well, then you're starting from behind. Now, importantly, our portfolios are not static. We're always trying to optimize your portfolio for current market and economic conditions. That doesn't mean that we're doing a lot of forecasting. Forecasting the market is even harder than forecasting the weather. Any market forecast is going to wind up being a whole bunch of little forecasts that bubble up to a big one, like there's going to be a recession or there's going to be inflation. If you get any of those little forecasts wrong, it becomes like a house with a leaky foundation. The whole thing's going to crumble. But probably even worse is that if you build your whole portfolio around one idea, like there's going to be a recession or there's going to be inflation, then the whole portfolio is either right or it's wrong. It's kind of like going to Vegas and putting all your money on red and just hoping the wheel comes around to your color. That's gambling, and we don't want to gamble with your money. So rather, what we try to do is optimize for risk and reward. What that means is that every dollar you've put into the market is at risk, and it needs to work as hard as possible to deliver as much return for the risk you're taking. Now, the way we try to do that is by looking across many market possibilities and trying to find investments that do very well in some of those possibilities and at least okay in other possibilities. Those are the kinds of things we want to own more of. Whereas things that do really poorly in some possibilities but only do okay in others, those are the things we want to own less of or maybe not even own at all. And in my experience, this is the better way to build a portfolio that is robust to various kinds of markets over time. So we're also going to do all of the heavy lifting for you that is required to manage a portfolio well. And these are the kinds of things that a lot of individual investors investing in their own either don't do at all or don't do consistently. Includes all the trading, all the maintenance. You're not going to have to be involved in all that. Now, I spend all day, every day looking at investment screens, reading news, doing all these sorts of things, so you don't have to. We also have a team of over a dozen people and over $1 million of technology that all supports this effort of keeping your portfolios optimally balanced. So certainly as me and my team come up with new ideas for how to optimize your portfolio, you'll get that thinking in real time. But also we're going to take care of a lot of the more not so exciting things, but are equally important to making sure your portfolio is allocated the way we want. And that includes research into whether these are the right ETFs. It includes rebalancing your portfolio in a timely way. It also includes things like tax loss harvesting, which is a strategy that you can use to reduce the taxes in your portfolio. So if you'd like to learn more, we have a lot of resources available to you. It includes a sample portfolio if you want to get a sense of our current thinking and how dynamic our portfolios are. We also have performance reports so you can compare our results to a benchmark and learn more about why it did what it did. And we also have our investment white paper that summarizes a lot of the philosophy things I've talked about today, but does go into a bit more detail if you'd like to learn more. I'm also personally available. If you reach out to anyone at Facet with questions about investing, they'll get it to me. I'm happy to answer all your questions personally. So closing out, I'm happy they're taking this big step to make the most out of your money. I'm excited that you're joining us in the Facet community, and I'm personally looking forward to working more with you.